Buenos dias, hola, coming at you from San Pedro La Laguna in the kitchen of my homestay, and I'm actually on my last few days here. I finished my last day of work yesterday and wrapped up the credit program, and on Monday I'll be headed off to El Salvador. I'll be working with a good friend of mine, Sam Baker, and now a business partner. We're going to be providing technology and computers to a specific target market, especially based around schools and governments, small businesses and NGOs. So we're just getting off the ground there. We're trying to get this organization started, and we've been making a lot of contacts and trying to create some partnerships in San Salvador, where I'll be living after this. But I just kind of wanted to first just kind of wrap up my time here in Guatemala and do a little broadcast from the kitchen. We got Victor and Teresa, and we're making a little lunch here today. So I'm pretty excited. This is actually this is my favorite dish here. Usually, if I'm eating in the kitchen, then we make soup. So, and it's really good. A lot of vegetables. But this is we're in the kitchen right now. It's the kitchen, and also would serve as the living room and just kind of where we hang out. Yeah, it's been a great experience the past 2.5 months, and definitely learned a lot. It's been really fulfilling, and I'd say things that I take away from it is being able to work in any sort of environment. I'd come in some days to work and come to my desk, or what I thought was my desk, and it'd just be covered with hilo, with yarn, and a sewing machine would be on it. And so, just kind of adapting to different environments. Definitely a lot different than where I was last summer working with Deloitte. But I've been able to adapt pretty good and kind of just understand my surroundings. Some of the difficult things would definitely be the language barrier. And I'm not talking about Spanish, because I spent a lot of time brushing up my Spanish so I can be able to hold conversations and talk with the people here. But one thing that I was not prepared for was the vast amount of languages that are spoken here around this Lake Atitlan region. In about a mile's radius of where I am, there's 3 different languages spoken. So when I go out to communities, and when I go out and explain to some of our cooperatives about the credit program, I think that I'm going to be able to talk to them with Spanish, but they don't understand my Spanish. They Sutihil, Cachiquel, Quiche. So those are 3 different languages that that I really have no clue about, and they think it's really funny. So I'd say definitely there's a language barrier. The dinners are not as much like the soup. Pretty much every dinner we have, we get eggs and beans and then there's usually little hot dogs in the eggs. So if we don't if you take me to a baseball game and I don't have a hot dog, I think you'll know why. But yeah, it's been a great experience. And if you want any more information, or if you want to talk, you can look me up on Skype. I have a lot of stuff on microfinance now, and I'd say a pretty good background about starting a bank. We're supposed to be giving out the first loan in this next week. It's difficult that I'm going to be leaving and not going to be able to see that first loan being distributed. But they've asked me to come back in a couple months just to come visit and see the program in action. But it's definitely been a great experience. And the last thing, but yeah, look me up on Skype, and if you want to find out more about what we're doing in San Salvador, that'd be great. Before I cut this out, I'd just like to play a little song for you. If you've been wondering, the true question is, what do I do at night? I don't know if it's kind of hard to see in the kitchen right now, but if we go outside, I guarantee you there'd be about 100 kids just running around. The ratio of kids to grown-ups is probably about the ratio the same ratio that Lehman Brothers had on leveraged it out on its assets last year. There's a little recession 2009 humor for you, but enough of that. That's probably too soon. But yeah, and another thing, it's difficult at night because if it's raining, and it rains a lot here, there's probably about a 50% chance that the power is going to go out. So I have to resort to other means to keep myself awake. So I'm gonna play a little song. It's called 3 Billion. I think you'll catch on what it's about. But I think I'll below the blog I'll put down the lyrics. So if you have a hard time understanding what I'm saying, then you'll see that there. All right. Must open your ears to understand the tears. You must search your heart to see this is not a start. You must lend both your hands. It's time to make a stand. You know that you and me have the power to set 3 billion free. You know that you and me have the power to set 3 billion free. Vive en tu corazón y en tu mente para hacer que es verdadero. Though you may not understand what I'm saying, we share the same dream to do what's right, what's verdadero. Top, the others gotta stop. Give them the tools to make a choice, to empower and raise their voice. It's much easier doing nothing. It's much harder than doing something. You know that you and me have the power to set 3 billion free. You know that you and me have the power to set 3 billion free. Vive en tu corazón y en tu mente para hacer que es verdadero. Though you may not understand what I'm saying, we share the same dream to do what's right, what's verdadero. En tu corazón y en tu mente para hacer que es verdadero. Though you may not understand what I'm saying, we share the same dream to do what's right, what's verdadero. Sugar